Hi, I'm Gail Inaba, Board Chair of the New York Buddhist Church, welcoming you to our 2021 Obon Festival, A Joyous Remembrance. Obon is a time where we remember with deep appreciation and gratitude our loved ones who have passed away during the past year and in years past. This year, we're bringing Obon to you through a series of events and presentations. You can find more about these events by going to our website page, www.newyorkbuddhistchurch.org. The celebration can be accessed through our YouTube channel, the New York Buddhist Church YouTube channel, or through our Facebook page. I hope you enjoy the celebration. As you know, the past year and a half has been a difficult time for all of us. It's been particularly difficult for us in terms of our donations and fundraising. We've been sharply curtailed in being able to raise funds to maintain the operations and the programs of the Buddhist Church. So if you can, please be generous and donate and contribute what you can. You can find out how to do that by going to our website page, www.newyorkbuddhistchurch.org. We're deeply grateful for anything you can give. Thank you so very much.
Hi everyone, welcome to this year's Obon activities. This year it's still going to be a live stream or a recording, but we want to thank everyone for tuning in. In Jodo Shinshu, although the term Obon is commonly used, we use the terminology Kangie. Kangie means a joyous gathering. It reflects upon who and what we are based upon the past and also the future as well. We're reflecting upon those who gave us life and in their own way still sustain us. For now, they become one with Namo Amida Butsu, the voice that embraces us unconditionally, the voice that carries us through our many ups and downs of life. So let us reflect upon living, not necessarily dying, but to learn how to live the fullest, the best that we can ever, realizing that we're never alone. The Onembutsu, those who've gone before us, we exist within those words, and they embrace us and guide us upon our path. Be well, everyone. Thank you again. Namo Amida Butsu.
Hi everyone, my name is Hoshina Seki. Thank you, Reverend Earl Ikeda and the New York Buddhist Church Obon Committee for asking me to say a few words about my remembrance of past Obons at the church. My father, Reverend Hosen Seki, founded the New York Buddhist Church in 1938. However, it was not until after World War II that I remember we started having Obon dance festivals. The church was originally located at 171 West 94th Street between Amsterdam Avenue and Columbus Avenue on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. That was my first memory of when the church held their Obon dance festival. This was back in the very early 50s. I think it could have started as early as 1949 to 1952. The church must have received a permit to close off the street. I do not remember a yagura or scaffold where taiko drummer will play to the music. I think the street was too narrow. However, since the church was right in front, the dancers could come into the church to get refreshments. In those days, the Fujinkai made all the Japanese bentos for the dancers. The first floor was a large room with a kitchen in the back. Tables were arranged with food and drinks on them. There were chairs for the dancers to sit and rest. On the second floor was the hondo. Here they set it up as a dressing room for the dancers to put on their yukatas. In the street, they strung up colorful choiching lanterns. They also set up loudspeakers up and down the block. Some of the songs they played then are still played and danced to today. Most notably, the Tanko Bushi, or coal miner song. However, the new songs all have that familiar Obon music sound. When the church moved to its present location on Riverside Drive, in those early years in the mid-60s and 70s, the Obon dance was held in a large field in Riverside Park overlooking the Hudson River. It was a beautiful sight to see. The YBA, Young Buddhist Association, a group in the York Buddhist Church, built a yagura and strung choching lanterns out across the dance areas with poles holding them up at the other end. There was a big taiko drum on the yagura platform. In some years, we had visiting taiko drummers from Japan performing. In those days, the YBA played a big part in organizing and setting up the 94th Street and Riverside Park Obon. Today, up until 2019, the church judo group is doing all the heavy lifting the YBA did in those days. Of course, many Japanese companies helped. Today, Mr. Bon-Yagi volunteers his workers and himself to set up the refreshment table and use his van to transport the tables and stuff from the church. I hope next year we will be able to gather and joyously dance, giving gratitude and thankfulness to our great-grandparents, grandparents, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, and all those that have gone before us and given us this life we enjoy today. Thank you. Happy Obon!
It's Obon season 2021, and after last year, you're probably asking, what should I wear? The answer is simple and clear: Yukata. Half of the people visiting the Obon festival are wearing Japanese traditional summer kimono, also called Yukata. This traditional cloth is not only comfortable and stylish, but it is practical for hot summer days and nights. And during Obon, we honor the spirits of one's ancestors by wearing Yukata. Hi, my name is Yukiko Sato. I am a wardrobe and kimono stylist from Japan. Living in New York City for 20 plus years, I practice the Japanese philosophy of mottainai, which is all about zero waste. And I love the kimonos and yukatas are no-waste garments. I had an online class teaching DIY yukata making at the American Buddhist Studies Center. If you're interested in learning how to make your own personal and individual yukata, please visit the American Buddhist Studies Center online courses. A yukata is a super easy to wear summer garment, and there is no need for layered underdressing that is common with kimono and tabi. The obi, belt sash, is half the size and easy to tie to. There is a modern short length to wear yukata like you will see in anime and cosplay, but this style, I will make a video about it another time. During Obon, it is a little more traditional. So let's enjoy the original style and comfort of yukata. When you understand the basics of how to enjoy summer in yukata, then you can take these ideas and make them your own. I will show you both for women and men how to wear yukata videos from Bunka Fashion Research Institute. Enjoy!
Here are the things you'll need for dressing the yukata. The yukata, a kakuobi sash, a soft koshihimo tie, a sleeveless underwear with pair of long pants, and some towels to wrap around your waist if you have a skinny waistline. Keep all the necessary sashes, belts and ties near your reach, draped on the back of a chair or a towel hanger for example, so you won't have to crouch down to pick them up. Now let's start dressing the yukata. First, drape the yukata onto your shoulders from behind. Then, slip both hands into each sleeve. Hold on to the sleeves and reach out horizontally. Settle the yukata on your shoulders so that the center seam rests in the middle of your back. Now, hold the front ends of the collar lines together. Making sure the center seam is in place at the back. Bring the right panel across your front to the left hip bone and the left panel to your right, so that the end line overlaps the side seam of the yukata. This red line is the side seam wakinuime. It's best if it overlaps 2 to 3 centimeters. Keep the collar opening at the front, not too tight or loose. Don't leave too much space behind the neck, like this. Now, tie a soft koshihimo tie twice around your hip bone. To keep it from becoming too thick, fold it like this at the back. Entwine the ends twice. Tie them tightly, cross them, and then tuck them under the koshihimo itself. Let's see it again a little closer. Entwine the ends twice, tie them tightly, cross them, and then tuck them under the koshihimo itself. There, you have finished putting on the nagagi. Now, the next step is to tie the obi. Fold the width of the starting end of the obi, tesaki, in half for about 30 centimeters. And then wrap the rest of the obi 3 times around your hip bone. Decide on the length of the end piece tare at the left side seam of the yukata and fold the rest of the tare back side out. Now fold the tesaki down, overlap it with tare, and pull the end of the tare up from behind the tesaki. Make sure that the folding line of the tesaki wa is facing down when making the knot. Fold the tesaki up, wrap the tesaki over with tare, and pull the end out from behind the te to make a knot. Let's see it again a little closer. Pull the end of the tare from behind the te. Make sure the folding line of the te is facing down. Fold the tesaki up, wrap the tesaki over with tare, and pull the end out from behind the te to make a knot. This is the kainokuchi knot. Now hold on to the knot with your right hand and onto the obi at the back of the left side seam with your left hand. Slide the knot clockwise until it is settled at the back. The obi should rest a little lower in the front and higher at the back, like this. Shift the knot a little either to the left or to the right so it won't look too childish resting right in the middle of your back. Here are the things you will need for dressing the yukata. The yukata, a half-width sash hanhaba obi, a soft-tie koshi himo, a flat belt datejime, and a kimono slip as underwear. You wear a pair of wooden sandals geta on barefoot. Keep all necessary sashes, belts, and ties within your easy reach, draped on the back of a chair or on a towel hanger, for example, so you won't have to crouch down to pick them up. Now let's start dressing the yukata. Holding to the collars of the yukata, drape it onto your shoulders from behind, and slip both hands into each sleeve. This is not a very stylish way to put on the yukata. Hold on to the sleeves with each hand and reach out horizontally. Adjust so that the center seam of the yukata rests in the middle of your back. Stand sideways to the mirror. Hold the front panels together in front of you. Slide the hands down to the collar ends and hold them with your right hand. Reach to the center back with the other hand and adjust the length of the hemline. Tuck it up until it is about 2 centimeters from the ground in the back and at the length just enough to cover your ankles at the sides. Now, holding the collar ends with each hand, bring the left panel, uwamae, across the front to your right hip bone to measure the width of your front panel. Making sure the back position is firm against your hips, return to open position and bring the right panel, shitamae, to your left, lifting the corner of the hem, tsumasaki, for about 5 centimeters. Wrap the uwamae as well, lifting the tsumasaki, this time about 4 centimeters. This way, the silhouette of the yukata will have a stylish, narrowing line at the bottom. It is best if the collar end overlaps the side seam of the yukata for about 2 to 3 centimeters. This is too long and looks sloppy. This, however, is too short and looks childish. Now, hold on to the collar end with your right hand. Tie a soft tie koshihimo around the upper part of your hip bone. Bring the center of your koshihimo to the center of the front panel, mai-chushin, and wrap tightly around the hip bone twice. Entwine the ends twice and tie firmly. Cross them at the knot and then tuck them under the koshihimo itself. Let's look at it again a little closer. Entwine the ends twice at the knot. And tie firmly. Cross them at the knot and then tuck the ends under the koshihimo itself. Make sure it is tied tightly around your waist. If the fit is not tight enough, the folds may come down and make you look sloppy. Now slide both hands into the yukata through the side openings miyatsukuchi and settle the ohashori folds in the front and in the back. Bring the collar ends together at the front. Hold them with your right hand and stand sideways to the mirror. Now, with your left hand, pull down your kimono from behind until the collar is about 5 centimeters away from the back of your neck. The back line of the kimono now looks straight. Shift the collars in the front so that they cover your busts. Can you see how the front fold, the ohashori, looks too thick and loose with the two panels folded together? Let's avoid it by folding up the inner shitamae fold at an angle, so it will be behind the obi sash. Like this. Now the ohashori looks much smarter with only the fold of the uamae panel. It should be easier for beginners to use the koshihimo again before tying the flat belt tatejime. Adjust the collars, hold them with the right hand, and wrap the koshihimo twice around the chest to secure the collar line. Entwine the ends twice. Cross them and tuck them under the koshihimo itself. You can also make use of a waist belt like this. Slide one end of the waist belt through the left miyatsukuchi opening and clip on to the shitamae collar. Reach around with the other end from the back to the right side opening. And clip on to the uwamae collar. Settle the collar and the folds in the front. And smooth out the wrinkles in the back to the sides. Now, let's tie on the flat belt datejime. Adjust the collars in the front. Holding onto it with your right hand, tie on the belt. You can tidy up the crossing part at the back by folding the belt in an angle like so. Holding the ends of the datejime at the front, smooth out the wrinkles at the back to the sides and adjust the ohashori folds as well. Tie the datejime tightly at the front. Entwine the ends twice. Tie tightly and tuck them under the datejime itself. Settle the wrinkles and the folds in the front as well. As shown with a red line here, it looks smarter if the okumi line in the front fold and in the front panel below lies in a straight line. Overlap the extra parts behind and in front of the miyatsukuchi to cover the side openings. For the final touch, adjust the neckline, the wrinkles above the datejime, and the ohashori once again. Now we're done with the yukata itself. Adjust the V neckline in the front so that there is a glimpse of your throat. This is too open, while this here is too tight. The neckline at the back should be pulled away about 5 centimeters like this. This is too wide. But this is too close to the neck, making it look like you're stooping. With a half-width hanhaba obi. Measure about 60 centimeters of the starting end of the obi te. Lay it over your right shoulder. And wrap the rest twice around your waist. the bottom part of the obi tightly with your right hand. Fold the bottom of the tare for about a third of the width. Folding the te down, cross it over with tare. Slide the tare up from behind the te. Pull at the knot vertically to scare a tight knot. Smooth out the tare to its full width right from the knot and decide on the length of the bunko bow. It's best to adjust to the width of your shoulders. Fold the tare like in a coil. Then make a crease in the middle and then 2 plates on each side. Bring the te up over the tare and wrap it once, sliding it through the back of the knot. With the remaining te, wrap over the knot again and pull down through between the obi and the datejime. Adjust the bunko bow. Let's look at it again a little closer. Fold the tare like in a coil. Then make a crease in the middle and 2 plates on each side. Bring the te up over the tare and wrap it once, sliding it through the back of the knot. With the remaining te, wrap over the knot again and pull the end down through between the obi and the datejime. Making sure the sleeves don't get in the way, tuck in your stomach, hold the bow tie with your right hand. Hold the obi at the back of the left side opening with your left hand and slide it clockwise until the bow is at the center of your back. Fold and tuck in the extra tesaki behind the obi. smooth out the ohashori fold. Adjust the side miyatsukuchi openings and check the hole balance. Now we're all done. Let's put on your geta and hop outside with a uchiwa fan in your hand.
Hope you learned how to put on your yukata.
I hope you enjoyed our Obon celebration for 2021, and we'd be so grateful if you can donate or contribute whatever you feel able to. Find out more on how to do that by going to our website page, www.newyorkbuddhistchurch.org. Whatever you can give will be deeply appreciated. Thank you so very much.